Hello Twin Flames, welcome to my channel and welcome to Daily Energy Check. This is Victoria and we are here to hear about the energies of the Twin Flame Collective and see what is the guidance right now during these times of how can we make the most out of this journey and where are we headed. The last question for today is going to be about guidance in love, so I'm going to be using the Love Oracle cards. With all that said, let's get started. And as you already know, for those who are the usuals, we are starting with an oracle message. Today it's going to be from the deck the Enchanted Map Oracle. There we go. Whew. Hope you guys are doing great. In States, this is the Easter week and Easter weekend. So yeah. Happy Easter if you're celebrating. For me, Easter always has special place in my heart because my birthday is always around Easter. And I mean, of course, it moves every year, so it's roughly in that area. But you know, for most of the years, it's very close. Some years it actually fell on Easter. And yeah, there's always that kind of vibe, that atmosphere. Now for me, these two holidays are connected. I even have a present from a dear friend of mine who gave me like a, I don't know what it's called, it's like a statuette, I guess, or like a decoration that looks like an Easter egg, but it's like beautifully done. It's made of glass, it's got very nice embellishments on it, and it's just like gorgeous on like a gold plated stand, you know. And she gave it to me for my birthday, but I know that it's an Easter egg. So yeah, I love this holiday, honestly. And another strange fact, and I'll get to the reading, one of my traditions, Easter traditions, and I mean, I'm generally not a religious person, although because of my culture, where I'm from, I've been raised in a Christian tradition. Right, just like generally speaking, that Christianity was a lot closer to me than any other religion would be. So I know this holiday, I respect it, but I've never really, I wasn't big on like going to the service or even following the rituals to the point where you take food to the church to get it blessed. Like that's what a lot of people do actually for Easter, at least in the country that I'm from. But as I was older, Easter became that one holiday out of all Christian holidays that I definitely commemorate with something special. It was the reverence to the higher power, to the Christian tradition, actually, to the whole idea of resurrection of the Christ and anything around it. And I do go to the church most of the years, not every year, but I usually do. And then, but one thing that was my ritual for good, at least 5 years, maybe longer, was watching the movie Babylon during this time. And if you haven't seen it, I invite you to see it. It's a good movie. By now, it's already considered kind of oldish movie because I think it went out in early 2000s, something like that. So it might take a minute to find it, like if you want to stream it somewhere. But it is absolutely amazing, and to me it just like very nicely went into the whole idea, and you know, into what like the Christ taking the the sins of the people and providing the healing, all this kind of stuff, that it was very much intertwined with the themes and the message of the movie Babylon. It has Kate Blanchett in it, Brett Pitt, maybe, I think so. Yeah, I think they actually play a married couple. I mean, they're not the only characters, but there's like the main cast has like there are several plot lines there from different countries. But it is kind of intense, so I wouldn't recommend to watch it when you are in a bad place already, right? Like all those years that I watched it, it made me cry every single time. But it's very powerful, so hopefully someone will get inspired and watch it. I think it's worth it. With all that said, Divine Feminines, you've got the Golden Palace card. Oh my god. This is like the card of abundance in this deck. I'm not gonna go into the book because I want to move to the main read as soon as possible, not to keep you guys too long because we're already at 5 minutes. But this is like the, you know, the essence of the abundance, you know, the palace that's made of gold, right? And even like the greenery around, it's also part of that luxury picture that, you know, in the older days, not everybody could afford having that. This is like manifestation of your dreams. This is like 9 of Cups in tarot, but on the major arcana level. Like, this is your time, baby. Like, the divine timing is here and you're receiving abundance. Abundance, of course, and they talk about it in the card, goes beyond the gold, the glitter, the finances, right? So this is also an invitation to reflect on what that means to you. For masculines, we see the magical map shifter. Yeah, so this card is more around the transitions in life and kind of like us giving meaning to people, places, situations around us, right? Like, we define that meaning, but it also means we can redefine it if that's what the context is asking, or the context has changed, or we have changed, right? Maybe we used to have a certain context for that situation or that thing from childhood because of some events, right? And then it became something, as an association on the subconscious level, and we just go with it. But now that we've had new experiences with it, we reframe that context, right? And it can be positive or negative, but it could also go a lot deeper into like, what does this mean to me? Or why am I drawn to this? Or the other way around, why am I, like, is this a turn off for me? So pay attention to the way you see and you speak of different symbols and the events that are going on with your divine masculines, right? And see how, if you're not happy with some of them, how you can and should turn that around with through this map shifter opportunity, like a true magician. Okay, let's go into tarot. Today I'm using, what's this deck? The Dreaming Way Tarot. It's from this artist from Asia, and I think the story behind it is that the artwork, I mean, is that he actually dreamt it all. So these are pictures from his dreams. Bottom of the deck is the Fool. That's the card I'm looking at over here. So a little synchronicity for me personally. Yeah, I like the Fool card, and it is actually, it's quite exciting here. I like the contrast in colors, and also how this person is holding the sun in their hands. We see the sun in the Fool card quite a lot, but it's in the sky. But here it's like, you know, maybe you don't have much at the moment in your pockets, but that also means that you don't have limits, right? And you can much faster manifest what you want into reality when you are not attached, right, to things, to situations, to anything that you may not want to lose, right, or whatever it is for you, or is a sign of your status maybe, right? So to the extent where you can actually be holding sun in your hands. Let's get some clarifiers here. Three of Cups. And having some fun. I don't know, maybe actually Easter would be that occasion for you. Because more than anything else, it's like the end of the fast. And it's when a lot of families get together. The service itself is festive, you know, everybody's super dressed up. In America, kids have their egg hunt, which is fun for them, and they get lots of chocolate. Like, it's Easter themed, but it's just a gazillion of chocolate. Oh my god. It's like the sugar rush is extreme. But you know, like, it's a festive occasion, and maybe that will help you tune yourself into that, even if you don't have that feeling by default. Wow. Yes, speaking of which, divine feminines, your energy. Eight of Swords clarified by Three of Swords. Yeah, there's a lot of sadness and overthinking. Kind of like, I'm not seeing what I signed up for, or I didn't deserve this reality that I'm seeing around me. Like, there is a big gap between expectation and reality right now. That's what I'm getting here. And you're, at some point, you're slipping into the mindset that you're responsible for this, which please be very careful with. I'm just saying, like, that's the main message here. You need to support yourself and heal that heart and feel it to heal it. But with Eight of Swords, almost like you're kind of pushing that away and you're self-sabotaging in reality, because you can't move on from this state while you're resisting it or denying it or dismissing it as something unimportant. Masculines, you have Hermit in reverse and Knight of Swords. Masculines don't want to be quiet. They don't want to be by themselves anymore. They want to talk. They want to message. They want to have fun together. And that's part of the shapeshifter reality, where masculines identify themselves with a certain state, with certain goals. Maybe even, like, it doesn't have to be as extreme as like, okay, I'm locking myself up in my room for the soul searching, right? It may look differently. It may look like, I don't know, I'm revamping my car in the garage, right? And yes, I want to put like 100% of attention to that, at least like for a week or something, however it's going to take to do that renovation or restoration rather, right? And that kind of becomes that hermit mode, right? But now it's like, okay, I've spent plenty of time in this stuffy garage, you know, it's time for me to get out there and rejoin the human race in what they're doing. And maybe the Easter is the celebration for you. And I know, like, people who are not of Christian tradition are thinking, like, why does she keep talking about it? But A, it is part of my reality that I'm used to, and even what I see, honestly, around me in New York area. And secondly, it's just, you know, it's something that, as I'm looking at the cards, that's what I'm being drawn to. So that's what I'm going with, as always, you know, intuitive messages. The question for today, King of Cups clarified by Eight of Swords. So another Eight of Swords now. But this is connected with, this is like, I have a lot of doubt and fear in me, but I'm not really going to talk about it. That's not cool. That's not mature. That's weak, right? Like, there is this belief. And I'm not saying it's about everything, but usually we all have that, at least around one specific topic, maybe more than one. That's what this is about. What do feminists need to know? The Wheel of Fortune and the Chariot. Well, you can be thinking that you're making all these decisions and you can put something off, and you may not necessarily, like, if you decided not to talk about it, you'll just get over it and you'll never talk about it. But it's not how it works. And more than anything, the universe wants you to free yourself from those limited beliefs, right? So the universe is bringing in some action, some progress, and some new engagements with other people, with new opportunities, so that you see, first of all, the contrast, and second of all, it motivates you to get rid of the junk that's keeping you behind. It's not letting you move into the direction that you want to move to. So the universe is helping you, divine feminines. Maybe it's not going to feel good, but that's the gist of it. Masculines, you have 10 of Wands clarified by King of Pentacles. Yeah, so masculines feel like they've been trying something over and over again, and it's been happening for a while. And the feeling is like, I don't really... And this could be connected with emotional stuff, could be with practical stuff in life with King of Pentacles, but they are connected because this is like your one person with that set of energy, you know, that you're then deciding where to put into, where to invest. And if you've already been investing heavily into your abundance, into your business, into whatever practical part of life you're in, it may be too draining to go into the feelings and fears that are gonna be just like, it's just gonna be too much, it's gonna be over the top, right? So that's the vision, at least. And I would say for myself then, yes, I agree that if, you know, that pain or the drama is gonna get combined with this, it may just be too much. So either think about the timing and postpone it a little bit, to kind of stretch it in time, or find someone who can support you with this work, right? A mentor, therapist, a coach, or at least a trusted friend. That could be that bit of a crutch for you, but in a good way, you know, so that you can withstand the storm. What are the messages in love for Divine Feminines watching? Palm tree, stability, serenity, endurance, clarified by karmic relationship. Yeah, so stability could be that trigger, it could be as bad as it could be so bad that it could be part of the devil energy, even that the karmic relationship you are in right now, Divine Feminine, is so stable, is so well known, you know, is secure. It works pretty well, you know, like a well-oiled mechanism. So why ruin it? Why break it? Right? It could be very tempting just to stay in it, because that safety and security is already a lot, right? You feel like it's a lot. But also knowing that you may be just circling in the same cycle, or maybe you may be missing important lessons, and definitely missing out on going for new experiences where you won't be as comfortable, but experiences that will help you grow. Because if you get too comfortable, and if comfort is the only reason you're staying in a certain situation, then it's only, not only is it not going to give you progress in your personal growth, but it's going to take you downhill with that development. What do we have for the masculines? The coffin. Woohoo! Let's party. Endings, change, liberation, transition. Please clarify. Healthy choices. Wow. So for the masculines, they are actually changing things around. Self-love, self-care, being happier, making healthy choices in life. So you're putting behind the stuff that just kept appearing in your life, or that was in your life because of the habit, you know, by inertia. You're like, no, I've just done inventory and I see, I don't know, 20% of what I do is not very healthy for me. So I'm ending those things and I'm starting to make healthier choices in my life. And that changes everything. Even if this context has nothing to do with love relationship directly, but it will still impact it indirectly in a major way. So good for you, Divine Masculines. If you're watching, I'm celebrating you. Just as I'm celebrating Easter with you guys today. Okay, I hope this was good for you guys. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you like my readings, please don't forget to like them, subscribe to my channel, leave comments, and share this with others. And until next time,